Hey friends, it's me again. Well, I wanted to make this video tomorrow morning, but I just can't seem to fall asleep, so fuck it, we're doing it now, I suppose. So I've been recently made aware that a company, Take-Two Interactive, who is the publisher of Rockstar games and other companies of course, have filed a lawsuit against a modder. So as of 26th of December, Take-Two Interactive has filed a lawsuit against Jonathan and John, who is a pair of modders who've been trying to port Red Dead Redemption 1 into a PC, or on a PC, along with some additional enhancements to Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, in the document submitted to the court, Take-Two alleges that the developers of the mod are violating the company's copyright and their end user license. I will now read a small part of the document which states exactly what the Take-Two Interactive alleges these two modders are doing. Now you can find this document or link to it in the description of this video. So the first software project that Wyckoff, last name of one of the modders, has announced modifies and alters Red Dead Redemption 2 to add the full Red Dead Redemption 1 game map to the Red Dead Redemption 2 game map. This significant alteration to Red Dead Redemption 2 would drastically change the Red Dead Redemption 2 game experience, reduce the interest of players in purchasing a future Red Dead Redemption 1 PC version or Red Dead Redemption 2 add-on map product, and deprives Take-Two of control over its valuable products. The second allegation is that the second software project that Wyckoff has announced, which he calls Red Dead Redemption Damned Enhancement Project, would import modified game assets or files from GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 1 to vastly improve the graphics and performance of the game, which has not yet been made playable on PC, thereby destroying the market for the official updated version of Take-Two's and creating competition for Take-Two's PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 Project, and Red Dead Redemption blah blah. Babble, nonsense. So to that I would like to add that Take-Two Interactive has currently and in the future no plans on releasing Red Dead Redemption 1 for PC. So what does Take-Two expect to get from this lawsuit? Well, according to the document, they are asking for the usual cease and desist, they're asking the jury to recognize that the defendant is violating their intellectual property, recognize that the defendant is likely to continue his actions, and that he is in breach of the user agreement. Then Take-Two also requests the defendant and all other parties connected to this case are forbidden from creating content that changes or in any other way violates the Take-Two's rights. It also wishes for the mod author to disclose any financial information connected to the project, profits, so on and so forth, all the permanent deletion of all files related, and compensate the damages suffered, statutory damages, compensate for expenses suffered in connection with this lawsuit, and include interest to all financial compensations mentioned. Now, I think it's important to mention that any and all mods that these people are creating are being distributed for free and are accompanied with various warnings. On top of that, where it is possible to play these games online, that functionality is being disabled as long as these mods are being installed in the game. So basically, if you install this mod, the mod itself will prevent you from playing online. Now, I'm not an expert on legal matters, and it seems to me that there is indeed a case to be made for altering game files and assets without the developer's express permission. And since the case is still open and judgment is pending, I cannot argue whether or not this is actually legal or not. What I can do though is talk about the stupidity of all this. I mean, a freaking modder, was able to get Red Dead Redemption 1 to run on a PC. Now that tells us all we need to know about Rockstar and Take-Two's desire to put Red Dead Redemption on PC. If one freaking guy can do it, essentially clobbering it together from 3 games on his own, then it would take a few months at best, or sorry, a few months at worst, to an actual small experienced team of Rockstar developers to make it playable. But they're gonna do it now, are they? I wonder why. That was a rhetoric question. The only reason they won't make Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC is because it would not be a microtransaction-ridden hellhole, trying to take all whales life savings and make all the money, because that's what we have to do now. Yeah, we can't just make a game, we have to take all of the money. Now, another thing that I would like to mention is destroying the market for official release of Red Dead Redemption 1 for PC. Really? Would it destroy the market, or would it make so that you can't just slap a shade on the game and people sell it to people again as a HD remaster? That has literally no difference. No. It means that if something like this, if a product like this was on the market, then you would need to go and make some fucking serious alterations and either fucking A, substantially better graphics, or B, significantly improve the gameplay, C, include fucking completely new content, or D, all of the above. And, that costs money. Something both Take-Two and Rockstar is very much start from after their horrible failures with Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5, right? Yeah, right. Also, lastly, as someone who particularly enjoys modding, I like modding games. I am not really a mod creator myself. I've certainly edited a few mods around, played with some assets, made a couple of assets of my own, very simple stuff. But I do enjoy it, right? And I've been a part of quite a few modding communities as a sort of, consumer, you could say. And I can tell you one thing, and that is people who make mods and people who mod games, as in they download the mods and use them, are in majority of cases your biggest fans, right? Because think about it, you have to go to some website, you need to figure out what you want, you're gonna grab some files, figure out how to put them into the game, usually requiring multiple other tools, like, in case of freaking Skyrim, you have SKSE, script extenders, you have mod managers, you have all kinds of conflicts, you have mods that require other mods in order to function. It's a lot of work that most people who are just interested in grabbing the game and playing it are not gonna do. Simply not gonna do, because they can't be bothered, right? So people who mod your games and people who use your mods or mods of other people are likely gonna buy just about anything you release on that game, as long as it's not complete insulting garbage. So it's not like you're losing a market, right? You're not losing market share. These people will buy your content because they are huge fans of your game. That's why they mod them, right? And we can look at Skyrim. It's a brilliant example, right? Skyrim is freaking still selling today. Sure, it may not be a best-selling thing, but it's still selling today, years after its original release, right? And it's not because people fucking forget they own the game. Yeah? Like, do you think it sells because Bethesda released some freaking Creation Club bullshit? No. It sells because people created entire new experiences in Skyrim via mods. It's because the dedicated modding community kept the game alive and the interest high, so that Bethesda can release the game on pretty much every single device known to man. Hell, I'm just expecting to get Skyrim on fucking cardio stimulators. It's ridiculous, but it's because of the moddability of the game and on the modding community that created all of these amazing things that kept the game relevant. Right? This is where the whole microtransaction roads leads, right? Because you need to have that singular, I don't know if you can even call it an experience, but like singular package that you have perfect control over, that everything has to be as you say, so that you can force feed microtransactions to people, right? Because if people can get free stuff that's good, they're not gonna buy your freaking microtransactions, are they? Right? So I'm really looking forward to Rockstar or Take-Two announcing massive layoffs after they report a record year of sales and profits, because people are just getting tired of buying freaking horse armor, whatever they're selling in Red Dead 2, instead of letting people create something special and unique to keep the community interested, and that would prime people for buying more stuff, right? Freaking destroys market for redemption. Fuck off. It's nonsense. And look, I can't say what the modder did is justifiable from the legal standpoint, okay? And I mean, if he gets found guilty, that's very unfortunate, and I don't think that's the right way of going about it. I mean, I understand that companies need to protect their intellectual property, but I don't understand why would they go like down this path rather than figuring a way to monetize this kind of content themselves, right? I mean, couldn't you like have the dude work for you or with you to like figure out a way to, we have the saying, you know, feed the wolf and save the goat at the same time, right? Surely there was something, or at the very least, they could have just let the dude do his thing, help him, and get mad goodwill from the community. I mean, can you imagine if Bethesda went out and helped a creator of the Skyrim Together mod, which is multiplayer Skyrim, to make sure it works correctly? I mean, it's Bethesda, it would probably be a disaster, but it would probably fuck it up even more. But you get the point, right? It will create a massive goodwill that translates to sale. We've seen that with CD Projekt Red. We've seen it. They are treating the player base like normal human being. They don't give a fuck whether or not you create a mod for Witcher or whatever, right? Because it's like, yeah, well, then go for it. Create the mod. You know, you still need the main game. You still need to purchase the game. And they created DLCs that you couldn't make mods that are that powerful, that big, right? And so they created a ton of goodwill, and now Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be the biggest release in probably a decade and a half. It's simple as that, because everyone trusts CD Projekt Red because of all the goodwill they created, that what they're going to release is going to be good content, good game, right? But no, of course we can't do that. We have to sell our microtransactions. And like there's, I don't understand, why would you went and destroyed everything like, because even if they did absolutely nothing, and this man released this mod and it was, you know, full Red Dead Redemption 1 experience in Red Dead Redemption 2 or whatever, however he goes about it, I'm not sure about the details, right? You would still need to buy Red Dead Redemption 1, rip the data from the disk, probably create some fucking dump file, go through the registries, go through the files, copy, paste, delete, change code, write things, run some shady applications or whatever. I mean, not shady. This guy seems to be fairly reliable when it comes to the stuff he puts out there, so it would not be shady. But still, right? You don't know the person. He's not like a company that can be that's being held accountable for his actions by like a large group. He's just a guy on the internet, right? But gods know what he's putting in your computer, so it's gonna be risky a little bit, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass that most people won't go through. And the people who will go through will be already massive fans of your content, so they already will spend the money even if you release it later. And that's exactly what you can do, because then it will reignite interest in this content, in this game, right? But there's gonna be this obstacle of getting it. You would need to download some weird mod online and combine files from GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 and all this kind of nonsense. Well, you can sell a solution to that, right? People are gonna be like, oh god, I wish I could play this. This looks amazing, but I just can't figure out how to do this modding bit. Well, would you look at that? Here's Rockstar saying, hey, just this is $5. Here it goes. It works perfectly, right? But no, we have to destroy it. We have to destroy it. I don't get it. Why would you insist on destroying your modding community? Because no one in their right mind, after this thing goes through, whatever the end is, right? Even whether he wins or loses, now there is this looming threat of legal action against the modding community, which, like, no one in their right mind is gonna risk getting into a lawsuit over a mod for a game, right? So that basically severely cripples the modding community, which are the people who ensure your game has some sort of evolution, some sort of a long-term future, right? Because let's face it, the only other option is that Rockstar or Take-Two, whatever subsidiary, will create an actual good piece of content, kind of like CD Projekt did with their massive DLCs. But that takes work, that takes money. Why would you spend all that time and all that money making that if you can sell a $5 recolor of a gun for $5? Like, right? Like, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna make a big freaking expansion. They're not gonna re-release or include a map of Red Dead Redemption 1 into Red Dead Redemption 2. That's work. Why would they do it? Just sell a golden plated revolver. $8. Sell loot boxes. Yeah? $1 million. Easy. So not only are they not planning to do anything with this content, not only they will not include this content or monetize it in any other way anyways, but they will also, by doing this action, actively deter people from making this game something special, which it certainly does have the potential. I mean, massive open world, ton of potential, but nope, gotta kill it. I don't get it. It's beyond me. But that's about it, right? Like I'm done. I'm fucking done. So I have a couple more videos in the works. So if you want some more gaming news, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. We are still in kind of in early stages of the channel, but I'm certainly going to be making more to come. You can also catch me on Twitch if you like live streaming, or on Twitter if you just want to say hi. So have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.